Today I'm going to show you how I decorated these monkey cake pops. Come join me. These are for a baby shower. You can see that these are both boy and girl monkey cake pops. So right now I am making the ribbons that will go on the girl heads for the female monkeys. This is for a baby shower, as I mentioned. They do not know the gender, so they have both genders. So you'll notice as I am working with the cake balls that some are blue and some are pink. They wanted a mix just to represent both genders. So here, as you can see, I'm using an X-Acto knife to cut out the ribbons that I had put into this mold. This mold is for presents or gifts, and at the very top of them there are ribbons. And so I'm using them to create the ribbons that I'll use on the female monkey heads. But I have to cut them out because underneath is the present, and I don't want the presents obviously on the monkey heads. So I needed to make 10 of these because I'm making 10 male and 10 female monkey cake pops. So I'm just cutting them out and I'll use them later. Next step is for me to cut out some small white fondant pieces, and I will be using those to make the ears for my monkeys. So I used some Tylose powder in these so that they could get hard, and that way they are easier to work with. So once I had them all finished, I am going to take those and I'm going to dip them into chocolate, and then I'm going to stick them into the side of each of the monkey heads. That's going to form the ears on our monkeys. So you can see me here adding them to the heads, and then I'm putting them to the side so that the chocolate that's holding them in has some time to really set so that it holds them in well. And as I mentioned, you see both the blue and the pink cake balls. So after I had those setting for a while, I added some sticks, and I'm dipping each of these to now have my dipped cake pops that are shaped like monkeys with the ears included, as you can see. Then I just set them aside and let them set and have the chocolate get nice and firm. After they are all finished, I'm going to move on to making some of the fondant pieces for the faces. So you're going to see me making some thicker pieces and some thinner pieces. The thicker pieces are going to be used for the mouth of the monkey. The thinner pieces are going to be used for the eyes, and I'll talk a bit about them in a second. So here you can see the rolled out fondant. I'm using some of those punch tools to make shapes in the fondant. And as I mentioned, I'm using them to make, here's the thicker pieces. They're going to be for the mouth of our monkeys. It's a circle, but I'm kind of pushing it together so it's more of an oval shape. And then I'm putting them aside so they can harden a bit. And once I get 20 of these done, I'm going to move on to getting some thinner pieces, as you can see here, and I'm going to use these for the eyes. Now these ones are ovals. I did end up redoing these, and I used round ones instead of ovals. I thought it looked better on the monkey faces, but I didn't video that, but it's the same concept. So once I had these finished, I went back and I cut little round parts out of the bottom of the shape. And that's so that I can wrap them around the mouth part of our monkey nose and mouth. I hope that makes sense. You'll see what I mean as I'm finishing up the faces. So here's what I mean by putting the eye piece down around the mouth and nose piece. So once I have all of those pieces ready, I went back and took an edible marker, and I'm drawing 2 eyes on each of the pieces that are for the eyes. And then on those thicker pieces, I'm going back and I'm drawing a little U for the nose and a smile, which you'll see here in a second. And there you see the U and the smile. I'm doing that for all of them. Now I'm moving on to adhering them to the cake pop. So I'm using some piping gel, and I'm first sticking on the mouth part, and then I am putting on a set of eyes and kind of pushing them down so that they meet at a seam. And once I have those two pieces adhered to the cake pop, that completes the boy monkey head. I'm just going to do another 1 or 2 here. And now we're moving on to completing the female monkeys. And we're taking those ribbons that we did earlier in the video, and I'm adding some piping gel to the back of each of those. Then I'm just going to let them sit to get a little bit tacky, and then I'm going to add them to each one of the female monkeys. And once they're on, and we allow them some time to sit and secure to the monkey heads, that really completes the female monkeys as well. So pretty easy design. It did take me a couple tries to get the right proportions of their face and their eyes, but you know, I do love these now that they're completed. And with that, after I let them sit, this is what they look like. There are both boys and girls in this image. If you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to come back, like, comment, share these videos. I also would love if you would subscribe to my channel so you miss no other content as I post it. Thank you for watching, and please come again.